I decided to do my 38-day challenge living in my car. I wanted to do that because it might be a viable living option for me in the future, and I just think it's fun, and I wanted to see how realistic that would actually be. Living in your car is a lot cheaper than paying rent. Living in your car allows you to be more immersed in your community. Living in a college town, there's a lot you can do outside of your house. So you can go to coffee shops, you can be on campus, you can go to the Konza Prairie, you can go to the park. 95% of my day was spent outside my car. I only really went in my car to sleep or change outfit, and so that was really great. It's really comfortable. I have a lot of room in my car, a lot more than I thought I was gonna have. I have basically all the same amenities I had, minus a fridge. I went from eating all whole foods and cooking whole foods to only being able to eat packaged foods. At first, I had a freezer and I bought bags of ice every other day to keep my food cold. I had a portable stove and it heated my food with gas, and I would go to the park and I would do that. That system was really hard because food in my makeshift fridge went bad really fast. You can't always cook any time of day. You would have to go to the park to do it, and you would have to make sure that it's light out because I don't want to go to the park at night. So basically what I had to do is I got rid of that system and I just bought packaged foods and ate out. I don't have a shower. I would have to go to the rec center to shower. The water pressure there wasn't great. It wasn't always super hot, but I really don't mind that much. I was still doing my homework. I had internet access. I was showering. I was eating. I was sleeping. Let's see, sleeping was pretty comfortable for the most part, but I will say I did get a few aches and pains. I would lay down in the back seat and I would put some blankets over it, and there was kind of a bit of a transition from the seat to the trunk of my car that would create a little bit of discomfort, but that wasn't really much of a big deal. Honestly, it was just as comfortable as what I have in my apartment. I have a little bit less private space, but that wasn't really a big deal for me. I don't have a full-length mirror. I really like dressing up and putting outfits together, but without a full-length mirror, you have no idea what your outfits look like in the morning. Pro side to this is that when you're living in your car, you're not looking in the mirror all the time. The little mirrors that are in your car, which are very minute, and so my acne actually cleared up. I wasn't staring in the mirror and picking at my skin. Your clothes are all folded up, or my clothes were rolled in a suitcase, and my clothes got really wrinkled, and I would go to school. You don't have like my old life hack was to steam my clothes in the bathroom where my shower was, but you can't do that if you don't have a shower. So I'm in the military and I have a lot of gear that I'm issued, and I used my apartment to store the gear for the month because I just didn't feel like it would be reasonable to have all of that stuff stuffed in my car. But if you are gonna live in your car, I realize that that's gonna be a big problem because you'll have nowhere to put all of your stuff. Luckily, other than all my issued gear from the military, I don't have many belongings. I'm kind of a minimalist, so it worked out good in that way. I didn't have a mailbox. I used my mailbox in my apartment, so I would probably have to get creative in the future if I wanted to do this for real at some point. My lifestyle is a lot less flexible in a car, and it feels like I kind of had to redo a lot of the things that I'm used to. So back in my apartment, I had a system set up where I would set my alarm across the room, and when I woke up, I would have to get out of bed to turn my alarm off. In my car, my alarm was right next to me, so it was really easy to press snooze and go right back to sleep. Other little habits that changed was my exercise routine. I was getting used to a new exercise routine when I moved in, and so because I kept sleeping in, I wasn't running in the morning. So little things like that, it's really hard to adjust to and come up with new solutions, but I think you could definitely solve those problems pretty easily if you just dedicated a little bit of time to figuring that out. I always had somewhere to park and I always felt safe at night, so that was good. But this was because I had a parking pass at my apartment, so I don't know if it would be that easy in the future to be able to park somewhere consistently. I don't think anyone knew I was sleeping in my car. Maybe they did, but I got my windows tinted and I made little window covers so that you can't see inside the car. So I felt like I had a little bit of privacy. I definitely learned a lot more about what it takes to live in my car, and I think I see this as a viable living option going forward. It's really not a drastic change from my old lifestyle. It just sacrifices a few little things, but I think you could fix a lot of those. Also, what I really liked is I did get a lot more involved in the community. Instead of going straight home after school, I would stay on campus and I would be outside. I would get a lot of sun. I would get my homework done. I didn't procrastinate on YouTube a whole lot. And I spent a lot of time with other people because I've been thinking about this for a long time and I'm happy I finally got to try it. After my agreement is up with my roommate, I will try to do this full time.